other service-based businesses to throw water guns in their car. Have you seen Anchorman, the movie?
It's been maybe just clips. I mean, I don't really remember.
It's been a
fairly
while.
old, yeah.
Yeah. So
Man, I might be mixing up with Weatherman, Anchorman. Was it? Is that?
Ron Burgundy, it's
There's a
Will
comic.
Ferrell.
Yeah, I've
Yep.
seen clips. I've seen
Yeah.
clips of it. With the that's where yeah he's playing a news anchor and he
Yep,
does some
yep.
crazy well
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff, right? Okay, we'll take a what we're gonna do is look at what is going on here. Already obviously slow
Yeah.
because this should normally just kind of
Pop up, right? And that's kind of what I thought. It's like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? And maybe it's because I've got too many files on the system.
oh
I can't even get those to close now.
really
Yeah. So this
yeah,
is.
I know. In a minute we'll be able to get some info. That one even close, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Here, I'm gonna go here. We have a lot of. Actually, do have quite a bit. So you do have a good chunk of data
Gotta,
saved. You
yeah.
actually do. Maybe it's like pictures and
Yeah,
videos.
it's videos.
Gotcha. So like I'm trying to open
Task
yeah,
manager.
which is it usually pops. It's
Yeah, no, I know.
and that's what will really tell us what's going on. I'm gonna
Yeah, close it out.
close that. It's yep.
Close that.
Close as much
Yep.
stuff as possible. But yeah, if we could open up Task Manager, you can and really crazy. And, it's like I might end up just trying to restart the thing. But here we go. All right, finally. Now, we're, this is gonna. If I can get on that page, it'll
Give us some
yeah, a little more data.
information.
A lot of times when this happens, what will this disk will pop up to like 100%, and if that's the case, yeah, you're probably looking at a hard drive. And looking at the way that it's running, I mean, it's oh, it just kind of refreshed itself. It's open, but it's not computing. You know, it's not doing
Right?
anything.
Yeah.
But this is the best tool to figure out
What's going on?
what's causing it to hang up.
Okay. Well, again, I appreciate it.
No problem. And do you like restart it or shut it down
Yeah.
frequently? Because I know it was just asleep, but and I'm assuming that it takes a while to boot
Boot
up.
up.
It's slow,
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
I'm still betting on
Baffled.
hard drive. Well, I'm still betting on hard drive, but it could be bad. And just given how much stuff is in there, I doubt if we have time to just clone it. You know, when you
Yeah.
said you didn't save a whole, I think you said you didn't save a whole lot on there. I was kind of, I'm gonna
Yep.
to your
Yep.
trash. Looks like some kind of. Really weird. Oh, we have okay. So we have two windows open, sort of. There we go. So it is a solid state drive, and you have 16 user. I mean, I'm looking at the thing, and it should. I mean, it shouldn't be running. It should be running fine. It really should. Not be good. Yeah, here we are. Do you use Microsoft Teams? That's
Nope.
kind of, no, okay. No sense in it running. You hook your phone up to it all?
Nope.
All this is just ridiculous. What about OneDrive? Do you
Nope.
yeah. And you can see stuff like that has a high impact on Soda, Steam. Do you play games?
No,
don't
I
use it?
don't hardly ever use Steam. I downloaded the Meta thing
Yeah.
to try it,
Try it.
but that's it.
No, we don't really need Steam for the most part then if you don't use
Yeah.
it regularly.
Yep.
Software update for I don't know what that is. strange. But I'm guessing like iCloud you use to
Yep.
transfer your video
Yep.
and photos. Yeah, so we're gonna leave that. I'm not gonna touch that. And this is.
That's a printer.
Oh, okay. So you. Gotcha,
Yeah.
Gotcha. You're familiar with that. Yeah, that's the update software for that particular. So that's fine. I just wasn't. I didn't recognize it off of the
words and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of this stuff we don't need. This extra Dell junk really doesn't.
Okay.
In fact, it's like I would call it spyware, but
Yeah.
good. Google Intel stuff we're not gonna touch. McAfee, do you still have McAfee antivirus on here? Or nope.
Nope.
That web advisor is really not so good. And you said you don't really use the
I don't
meta
use
stuff?
it at all.
Okay.
I downloaded it once
Yeah.
and tested it, and I don't want to live in the virtual world like that. Oh, totally.
Okay, so does that? I mean,
That's just
you
how
realize
it's
that?
been. Like, any click takes a ton of time, unless it's already in something that's.
Support assist. That's the Dell. There's no way it should be. Huh.
Yeah, I use Chrome.
I'm ending
Yeah.
tasks now to try to make it
Speed it up.
something hokey. But
Okay. And my goal, so I've got, and so maybe I'm doing it wrong. I have iCloud downloaded, and then I drag from the glasses into the iCloud folder, which I think saves it on here to upload it.
yeah, it should. Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, yeah, you need iCloud to interface anything iPhones or
Yeah.
that anything like that to a Microsoft Windows system.
It shouldn't be a.
No, that's not causing this. This is I don't know what. Because you could like we looked at disk and it wasn't doing anything, and so
Yeah.
that's kind of telling me it's not struggling to download stuff. Your CPU wasn't too bad. I mean, some extra junk running on there that was causing the memory to be over 60%. You know, when you had 16 gigs of RAM, but there's something that is just not. You know, if we plug it, that's your power cord, right?
Yep.
Usually they'll run a little bit better if you have it plugged in. Which one is your charging? It doesn't matter on this one.
I don't believe it matters.
Okay. Oops.
Oh, sorry.
You've been plugging it
Yep.
in over here. Yeah. Let's plug it in. Because
And we can
There
this
we go.
is
Yeah,
just
you're
a different camera we can unplug.
not a huge deal. Reboot, see what happens. But no, I don't. You shouldn't need any upgrades.
Right.
And let's go this route. If we can't get it working properly in Windows, I'll run the Dell diagnostic software on it and see if it will.
That came up way faster than it has in a long time.
For now, but
Yeah.
Okay, so that popped up. Good. Yeah, I even have like a it's got a NVIDIA graphics chip in it, so it's
Shouldn't be too bad at the computer.
no, this should run really, really good. Oops. Seen that before going to iCloud. It really needs it. Pop it back on there. But yeah, this is kind of strange. I mean, you don't have an active McAfee subscription, correct?
Correct.
You told me that already. So no sense. Yeah, it says none of that. No, it's just stuff that's like dormant, not doing anything, that can, it just might be that.
Mm. Actually, I think there was some spyware popped up that I
Yeah, and
clicked on.
right, we're gonna check out that because it's got to be, I'm gonna get rid of the old MACAFee. We're gonna do a couple of scans on it
Okay.
because I saw where it had this. Yeah, this is kind of junk. Web advisor.
Looks silly.
Looking for anything that might
Yeah.
pop out at me like,
Yeah.
and see how much extra junk Dell puts on. I mean, it would just leave it. It's not really hurt anything, but um, so I'm
That's
not
the
familiar with it.
printer.
Okay, that's the printer. See, I never really heard
Yeah,
of that company
so
before. No problem.
it's-
No worries.
I'll show you what I cleaned.
So let's see. I'll do it later. I'll restart. So that's just not probably disappeared. Refresh. This is all no longer exists. I refreshed it. If it doesn't exist, it
Should not be
I'm
here.
gonna close it and go task. Yeah, gone completely. Okay. And see, this is stuff I'll usually turn it off on people's
Okay.
machines because I mean,
Yep.
advertising stuff. So you're um, sending Microsoft advertising information. Like
Yeah.
this, it's a lot of creepy stuff. So I usually just
Turn it all off.
it's Microsoft spying on you. That's what it boils down to.
Gotcha.
There's that. Other stuff in here. I don't usually send them optional data.
Okay.
And then this also tailored experience.
Yeah.
I mean, user diagnostic for personal tips, ads, and recommendations. No, it's
Yeah.
more.
It's
Yeah.
How can I sell you since you're on my machine already?
Correct. Options and sometimes can be problematic, so I've just been turning off. It doesn't really
Okay.
do anything. Some of these notifications can be annoying, and they're the ones hidden all the way down here at the bottom. These do annoying pop-ups, and sometimes can halt systems from starting up right. So
That's
it's
funny.
tricky stuff. So for now, I mean,
it seems to be working so much better.
well, I didn't really do much yet, but what we're gonna do now, I'm just using Edge because I think
Yeah.
you use Chrome normally.
Yep.
So we're gonna go malwarebytes.com/ stands for adware cleaner, and we'll download this too.
Man, you are good at this.
Well, these are
It's your job.
This
but
is stuff that I do all the time. Malwarebytes is it's a long standing. It's one of the
yeah, I've heard
that's
about.
been around as far as cleanups go, and I found a little bit of something, but nothing too bad. That is, it's a Chrome extension, but
Yep.
we'll nuke that. Kind of
Yep. I don't use that.
kind of hokey. And this stuff, that's just Dell
Dell
stuff. We don't really need to get rid of it, but I'm gonna wait to hit quarantine before this is installed because it will cancel it.
If you do it.
It's just they give you like a it'll start up as like a 2-week premium trial, but you don't really need it. I go to downloads when I'm done with it. I'll delete it.
Yep.
Yeah, I
probably should clear my downloads.
And these scans probably won't take too long because I mean your machine should run really fast. We'll pop this back up, and good. It's how it should be
Yeah.
running. And I don't know if maybe part of it was plugging it in versus on battery, but still, it should still run a lot better than it ran on battery than it was.
Yeah.
Um, I'll just wait. I don't really expect to see anything terrible, but while it's doing its scan,
Right.
I'm sitting here. There we go. That's just the quarantine folder.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then while I'm thinking about it, I know it only found one browser extension, but which one do you normally use?
That one.
Still extensions. To some extent, some browser extensions can slow stuff down a lot.
Gotcha.
Other things. Your crypto wallet looks like.
Yep.
I don't want to get rid of that. So,
It must have been in the other one.
help go. Oh, it took out the bad extension. So,
Oh, gotcha.
help about. Just make sure that it's up to date. Updating.
Thank you so much for this help.
Well,
I really appreciate it.
Something was definitely off, and I still haven't quite figured out what it was yet. But let's see. See how we uninstalled MacFeed? It still leaves a folder behind. Okay. And it won't let you. So there's still
Something.
deleted file. So they're deleted. And that's those. Nothing.
Oh, take that MetaQuest out. Did we do that?
I didn't
Or-
uninstall it. We can. I'm just. We'll go back and uninstall it if you really don't.
I mean, I don't care.
Okay. Well, that came up. So there's nothing like serious
Yes.
on there. File location. Just uninstall it. Because the built-in Windows antivirus software is pretty decent. They don't
Gotcha.
charge you anything for it, so we'll just make sure that's working right. I don't know what that was from, but
How many house calls like this do you think you do a week?
varies.
That's awesome. And is
I
it all
can't
over the Treasure Valley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go, from all the way out east Boise to. Rarely do I go all the way out to like Nampa or Caldwell or something, but Eagle. I had a customer out at Horseshoe Bend for a while, one out at Star, but she's no longer with us. And then yeah, just here and there and around.
Okay.
Some businesses that I take care of also.
Nice. Do you prefer personal or business? Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just go to. Okay, so that's done. No problem. Great. And relaunch that. Okay, so that's updated. I'm just gonna go Dell.com. Support. Yeah, Dell. One thing that I was kind of wondering about is maybe there is a firmware update or something for the laptop.
Technology is so impressive. Terrifying.
So yeah,
Like
there's some newer stuff that's nice the way that it works, but I don't like a lot of it. It's become too intrusive. It kind of started becoming more. It started becoming more intrusive like around 2012, and then just kind of progressed. It started getting worse. 2015, 2016.
Yeah. And now with AI, it's
Yeah, I know. well, it's a data. You know, it's a
It's just a search engine. I look at AI like a extremely robust search engine.
yeah. It will aggregate like all the information and kind of keep you from having to read article after article after article that has the same stuff in it, kind of deal. But pick other pieces out, and you know, because before, I mean, shoot, like what I would do if you're gonna look at some kind of news story, for example, you know, you can't just take one source word for word, you know. So the idea is you look at multiple sources and not just on one side or the other side of the spectrum. You read the stories, and then there's going to be the points of intersection in those stories are the actual what happened instead of the narrative fluff kind of thing.
Right, right.
The other junk. Yeah, it's just it's kind of nuts. Yeah, the AI thing though, it's these are this is what I was going to mention before. So a few years ago, I don't even know exactly when. Let's say 3 or 4 years ago, had a house called out in one of these new, and this is a fairly new housing area, right?
Yeah.
But this one was further south, you know, further south, back where when I remember it just being farmland, you know.
Yeah.
And let's see if this goes. It should have kicked on. And anyway, I remember it being farmland. I go through there, get to the guy's house, and this is kind of weird. Let's do it. I already have it. Make sure that I ran it. Maybe another restart.
Think about something.
I was like, why is it flashing?
Flashing, right?
Do one more. Anyway, so I was chatting to the guy, and I told him, I said, you know, actually, I think it's a lady. You know, and they're kind of talking about how the area used to be, and computers, and all this kind of jazz. And I said, you know what? I had like this realization. I said, you know, this. I was just thinking, this used to be farmland, but you know what? It still is farmland. I said, except for now, instead of like farming potatoes out here, they're farming data. People's data.
Yeah.
That's the new.
That's the new.
That's the new gold.
Gold.
It is.
I totally agree. So I believe we exist in the real world and virtual world simultaneously.
I know. As well, yeah. As long as we are, as long as you have an internet presence, accounts, if you use the
Right.
online stuff, yeah, you're part of that kind of deal. You know, there are the people that I think that they kind of live a life of paradise almost, where they're not connected to this stuff.
Oh
But
my gosh.
that's rare.
I mean, in today's world, you almost can't get away without being connected.
Unless you're one of those completely off the grid.
Right.
Even then, they'll come into town.
Yep.
Maybe because I disabled some of that Dell stuff.
Some of their.
But the idea is, you know, you download it and then you go.
And it does this.
Yeah, usually this will go and then it'll pop over to where it'll identify your machine and you can have it scan for drivers.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I can do a manual thing also, but
If they've automated it.
this can give us a good idea if there are 3 optional But chances are there's an even newer one on the Dell website.
Gotcha.
So I want to check with Dell first. They change stuff. They really do. Let me cancel that. But yeah, that firmware.
Could be having a problem or causing
Well,
an issue.
Yeah. All right, that thing's hanging up. It won't matter if
Reboot it.
It's popping up pretty quick now, though. So
Oh, it's so much faster than
I don't. I'm still kind of perplexed at what was actually
causing
causing
it.
it, and that's why we're gonna look at the drivers because there weren't any serious
Big
viruses.
issues. Yeah. What's this safe? Is that just a different software they've got?
Yeah, it's the actual BIOS, the basic input output system. So what it does is it um, interfaces with the actual hardware. It tells it what to do, how to load Windows.
Gotcha.
There's that in between state, so you get to the actual operating system. Next time we restart, well, we're gonna. When I said flash in the firmware, it's actually going to update that BIOS. That's
gotcha.
the software, well, firmware
That we're
that
updating.
we're trying to, we're trying to see if that needs
Gotcha.
done ultimately. It's not cooperating. So I bet that we can. Okay, so it's a worst case scenario. I'm just gonna
Google
look it up. No, look it up on there. It's an XPS 15. It's kind of weird that that doesn't want to go. Nine something. 9530. End of life. I'm sure that's not what it is. Yours is pretty new.
Right? Oh, that's new.
Shouldn't take that long to prepare it. Oh, okay. Now it. So this is. I'll kick out of that because
finding it.
It finally kicked on. So, because see, it pulled up your service tag, so it's the little software application's working now, and this is going to come back and tell us for sure what you need, because it just compares what driver versions you have on there now and firmware, and then compares it with
what
their
latest
stuff
are. Okay.
And in the meantime, get rid of these. They don't take up much space. They're just tiny, but
right.
One of those deals. Now that's working too. So. Doesn't seem to be making any progress. It's doing something though. But yeah, on here that if it didn't start running, here we go. Okay. So not available. So it's not going to auto. Oh. Here are.
It's not automatically comparing.
Whatever reason. But yeah, this is probably the big one. I should do right here. Probably wouldn't hurt to do the others, but we're just gonna do this one because it is pretty new. I mean, May 15th.
May.
And then perhaps after we do that, it might kick over and do the others. So, yep, current version is that, and we're going. Remember how on Windows updates it says 0.12?
Yeah.
0.13, it's newer.
Yep.
It's almost always like that. So we'll do this. This is one of those where if I was doing it to like a desktop computer, I would want to first hook it up to a battery backup in between, because if it loses power during this process, it can turn the system into what we call a brick. Yeah, because you lose that basic input-output system. It doesn't even know what to do if you push the power button. It's like, because it can't. The motherboard won't be able to interface with the disk drive or the memory or anything. It'll just be doesn't know what to do.
Right.
But these always patch all kinds of
different
issues.
Gotcha.
On the startup level.
I mean, it would also make sense because it's been like a month-ish since my computer really started.
Oh, okay.
Working crappy. So if that was May,
could coincide with it. Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
And then here, this is one of the steps that will startle people. Because sometimes with Flash in the BIOS, you get something different.
Right.
On the reboot, and you're like, what is going on? And I've known customers just like freak out and turn it off, and that can,
kill it.
Really, really do bad stuff. And I actually didn't do it. Like HPs are really notorious on it. Some series of HPs, they would reboot like several times and then start beeping, and you're like, what is going on here? But that went pretty quick. It didn't seem like a normal Flash, so of course we're going to go back and look again.
Right.
Yeah, you're still on the current. It didn't really do anything.
So it didn't update it?
No.
That's weird.
To me, it didn't seem like it did. Because normally it would go through
A new boot up
stuff.
cycle.
Yeah. Really, this should just be kind of standalone, where you don't need the web browser one. I just
Right.
I've always used the web browser deal. And it
Right.
really, it wasn't until recently that they changed this.
Mm.
It used to be different, but okay. We're not going to optimize. Whoops. And again, it didn't do it.
Oh, look, it still had that critical.
Yeah, no, it has all of them, but it didn't do the automatic scan again, which is kind of weird.
Right.
Graphics driver new. Most of these are fairly new. Chipset isn't that new.
And are these all ones that I need to download that aren't yet?
No. I
Okay.
mean, so we'll start looking at. Yeah, the meta thing. Where's the thing for it? Yeah, I've only messed with those once. Is when my customer, she set one up or one.
Wanted one.
I helped him set it up. Is what it was, and I looked at it briefly. That's old. Download it. We already downloaded that. Probably need to do that. nice when it just does it automatically. But
Right.
one of these things must be
Head
causing
turning.
it to hang up. So I'll just do that. Some of them are taking their time too.
Right. Come on, baby.
This one, it just says it's an application, so we'll just run that one now.
Mm.
Oh, okay to remove.
Continue the upgrade. Okay.
Okay, same one. Now we get that. There we go. So we'll dump that one. Yeah. And Intel graphics. We'll start installing that while the others are downloading. Was
Mm-hmm.
there a? I think I am. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I clicked on that to download it.
Yep.
And there it is. There's the NVIDIA one.
For some reason, I would have thought these would be like automatic.
Well, that's kind of the idea, but all I could tell for sure. Well, I mean, I compared dates, like
Right.
on
Right.
the Intel one, so I'm assuming that the others hadn't been done either,
Totally.
because that was back in 2023 for the Intel driver. NVIDIA driver was from NVIDIA's newer, but it's still not new. It's
Not up to date.
beginning of the year. Whereas this one was, yeah,
April.
that's normal. It's
Refreshing.
literally
The
installing a new.
graphics.
Yep, yep, literally installing a new graphics driver. Finish.
NVIDIA.
Now isn't that crazy? Do you watch stocks much?
Fuck. Yes.
Do you have it? Do you have NVIDIA?
I don't have any.
Oh man, it's
but
insane.
I should have.
Well, I bought custom because you can see so versions. No, this is current, so I'm not gonna touch it because that's the same one.
Okay.
.59. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Yeah, I want to quit. That one's good. This though will do it. Yeah. God, Nvidia, it's been going insane. I mean,
It's crazy.
I know it's nuts. I God, I bought Nvidia back when it was maybe, I hate to say it, but around 250 or something. but
You sold it.
yeah, it went up some, and I'm like, yeah, because I mean,